Hello there. Thanks for joining me today. I'm Shannon West, and I am so excited to be here for season 3 of the Great American Stampin' Show. Look at this fabulous thing that I'm wearing. Isn't it amazing? All of the gas girls are wearing their crowns today. We're all starting off winners for season 3. How fun is that? I mean, you know, it's like this thing is beautiful. It deserves a little bit of wear. And, you know, I'd like to wear it every single week, but that is up to you as you vote for your favorite card. This competition has been so fun, and we have awesome things in store for season 3, which starts right now. One of those exciting things is that we are now going to be doing weekly videos. Well, at least for season 3. We'll see how it goes. And so you should check back often to see videos every Thursday, and also subscribe if you want notifications for when these videos are launching. We are starting off with something super fun. Ooh, you're probably gonna love it, maybe gonna love it. I don't know. It's up to you to decide. The theme of season 3 of the Great American Stampin' Show is going to be these incredible templates or sketches that are on page 22 of the current annual Stampin' Up! Catalog. So go check those out. If you don't have a catalog and you'd like one, let me know. And there are 22 of them. So this is part of the reason that we're going to a weekly video, because we want to get them, we're going to go through them really super fast. I mean, I guess not super fast, one a week. So I've numbered them across the top, and then, so 1 through 11, 12 through 22. All 4 of the gas girls are focusing on number 1 this week. And so you can hop back and forth to our videos. The links to the others are in the description of my video, and check those out. And you can have right in front of your very eyes 4 ideas of the same template. So hopefully that will be very inspiring and helpful to you in your crafting. Okay. Need to move my camera just a little bit to get it more centered. There we go. So I have just taken that tiny little template and enlarged it to a usable amount for myself. So the square on the outside is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so a full card base. And then these are what the other piece is like. Oh, I forgot one part though. There is a bow, so I'll do a little bow right there. Yeah, it's kind of a terrible bow, but you know, you get the idea. I'm better at doing straight lines. Anyway, so there's the card base, this piece behind that looks like a square to me, and then this piece on top. And then a banner piece for, you know, a greeting or some other embellishment. I'm going to do my greeting on that. That's the first step. So catalog, page 22, sketch number 1. Here we go. I identified these pieces using the measurement of a full card base. I identified the sizes of these 2 pieces. So 3 1/4 inch square, so you can see that's about where it should be. I tested it out with just some scratch paper. And then this other piece is a 3 by 4 rectangle. So those are going to be the 2 pieces that I'm going to use. And then I'll have a little banner that I'm going to cut out with the stylish shapes dies right there. So let me show you what I'm going to use for this. I've got this lovely green color. So a Lost Lagoon card base will be the first thing that I need. So I'll get that ready. Then these are my pieces here. This is from the Thoughtful Designs 12 by 12 Designer Series paper, where it goes kind of from light to dark of maybe Pretty Peacock and Lost Lagoon. You can see that it's a little lighter up in this corner, so I'll try to make, and darker here, so I'll try to make those. In fact, I'm just thinking now, I could even make that darker to really like exaggerate the look. Ooh, that could be pretty. So that's going to be my 3 1/4 inch square. I've already cut it out. And this is a piece of watercolor paper that is 3 by 4. So those will be my 2 main pieces that I'm going to work in this. And one other piece that I'm going to use is this banner right here. This is, so I'm just showing you, I die cut it out of the Thoughtful Journey DSP, 6x6 DSP. And I backed it with just very vanilla because I'm going to be tying a bow around it, so I want it to have a little bit more strength. So that's going to be there. So are you seeing what I'm doing here? I hope it's looking exciting. Let's put this out of the way, because first thing I want to do is a little bit of watercoloring. Watercoloring is my favorite technique. There's nothing like it as far as like expressing your artistic views, and I am going to embrace that here with Pretty Peacock and Highland Heather. I thought these were kind of along the lines of the Thoughtful Journey Suite, which is what I'm using here. So I've got a little bit of ink in the lids already, but I'm going to just add 1 drop of each color to the lids, and then add a little bit of water to go on that, and then do a watercolor wash. I like these colors together. I think watercoloring does work better. If you're going to blend the colors together, it's better to use some that are close to each other on the color wheel. So let's see. These waters are going everywhere. There we go. 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 drops. Wow, my water painter is kind of having a mind of its own today. Is that okay? I don't know. It's fine. It all will work out. 1 more, 4. There we go. Okay, well, this has got a lot of water. I'm going to grab a tissue just in case I don't have too big of a flood. Okay, so these colors are closer to each other on the color wheel. For example, if I were to use turquoise and orange, like Calypso Coral, those would be exact opposites, and they would be nice and brown right in the middle. I'm going to have these two touch each other. So that's what I mean by in the middle. Okay, so just starting off my wash with water, just kind of covering the whole thing. And now I'm just going to pick up each color. So that one's first, Pretty Peacock first, and Highland Heather second. And you got to kind of work fast, because you see how that Pretty Peacock came in and tried to take over and like own some of the space. But we got it in time. So it looks pretty cool. Another thing that this reminded me of was in June, some of the Great American Stampin' Show gals, Brandy and Julie and myself, did an Alaskan cruise. So we didn't see the Northern Lights, but there were a lot of pictures of them and thinking about them. Like, I don't know, I saw a ton of postcards and stuff. And so I thought this reminded me of that, so I really liked these colors kind of together. Okay, so from here we need to let it dry. So you can either let it air dry, or in my case I'm going to use the heat tool to speed it up. All right, that is all nice and dry. It looks a little different than I thought it would, but that is totally normal for watercoloring. You really can't anticipate exactly how it's going to look. And sometimes you got to just let it go, let the color go where it wants. I'm happy with it. And if I weren't happy with it, I could try to layer more colors and do round 2, but I'm good with it. And I think it's going to be cool for what the card that I have in my mind. So let's move on to the next step. I've got this large sort of bullseye circular embossing folder. I can't remember the name, so that will have to do for a description right now. And I want it to be right in the middle. So I'm just looking to make sure that I've got the same amount of dots on either side and on top. And now it's ready to run through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Okay, that's finished. Something really cool happened here, and I didn't anticipate this happening, but I really like it. The paper has cracked, and so you can see each of the dots has a little white, let's see, zoom that in a little bit, a little white line on it. So that looks really cool, and I think that really adds to the look that I'm going for. So cool, happy accident, you know, you can't always control those types of things, so I'm pretty happy. Okay, how are we doing so far? Let's see, I'm going to start layering these together and see how it's looking. I'm loving it. And then we have this piece right here. Get rid of that. Okay, this is my piece of DSP backed with, let's see, what color should I use? I think I'll just use Pretty Peacock. peacock on that. And Thinking of You Fondly. This stamp comes from the Thoughtful Wishes stamp set. So just kind of put it right over in this area. Beautiful. And now we're ready for some ribbon. My favorite ribbon, which is hard to say because maybe my favorite tomorrow would be different. Peacock, what is this? Peacock and gold, pretty peacock and gold metallic ribbon. Now if we look back at the template for a minute, it definitely says a bow. It distinguishes a bow. And so I'm going to do a bow instead of a knot. Whereas with this ribbon, I might just do a knot sometimes because it is so big. But on the other hand, it isn't very bulky. It's just very nice, soft ribbon. So it can create a beautiful bow without being too puffy. I mean, if I were going to send this in the mail, I would have to pay an upcharge probably for mail, but worth it, because when the person who gets this opens up the card and sees what's inside, well, that's going to be an exciting moment. Okay, so I'm trying to keep all of my tails straight. So I'm doing like a square bow, I don't know. Oh, that looks beautiful though. Look at that. Yeah, incredible bow. Tail's probably a little bit long. So let's chop those off. And we are ready to assemble to this card base. Let's see, get this one about the same distance out here. Nice. Okay, let's put down this beautiful shimmery ombre designer series paper. I'm going to do it like that. Okay, so both of these points are, well, all three of these, I guess, are pretty close to the edges of the cardstock. And then that might not be exactly the same tilt, but that's okay with me. These sketches are to be used for inspiration. I wouldn't burden yourself with trying to get it exact, because why? You might find out something really cool by doing it a little bit different. And this one I'm doing pretty similar to the one in the catalog, but in the future I might change it up a little bit, because the sketches are supposed to be for inspiration, to just help get your mind going on what you want to do. Now I'm going to turn around and put the purple side up. And I want a little bit of it coming out over on that side for sure. I guess I'll cover up that corner. That's okay. Now, Thinking of You Fondly. Let's put a couple dimensionals on that. And look how fast this card was. Wowza. You could make a lot of these. It would be so dang fun. Okay, we'll just kind of put that in this area. Adorable. The only thing that's missing are, oh, my favorite gems. Again, saying favorite is risky, but these are the iridescent faceted gems. And I'm just gonna, oh, whoops, there's no lid on that. Can't take the lid off if it isn't on there. I'm gonna put a few around. I love these. These are absolutely perfect for this suite of products because they are like the perfect colors. Sometimes they look purple, sometimes they look blue, so they're pretty fun. I'm gonna put one right in the middle of this so it kind of fills in that space right there. That ribbon might cover over it sometimes, but you'll still see it. Let's do a little one over here in this corner. And do we need any more? Maybe one more. Let's do one more, like, I don't know, down here. Can't decide. Up here. Let's do one right. Now there needs to be one here, but I want it to be this way. So, what to do? Here? Maybe right there. Ta-da! What do you think of my card? All right, go watch my 3 competitors. If you like their cards, well, you can vote for theirs. But if you like mine best, thumbs up. Give it a like. And we are having a shorter voting period this time. So make sure to get your vote in sooner because we're doing a video every single week, so we have to. So I hope you enjoyed. Catch us next week and every week, probably pretty close to through Christmas, as we go through these 22 different templates and share ideas with you to increase your inspiration. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.